Today, I'm ranking all different maps in Gorilla Tag, starting from the ones that first ever came out to ones that are released today. As you can see, I've been playing the game for a while now, so I'm going to have some different opinions on all different maps. Obviously, you might have different opinions than me, so if you do, put them down in the comments, and obviously, I'll reply to them. Before I start the video, I just want to say I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. If you could subscribe, that would mean the world to me. Thank you guys, and enjoy the video. Alright, so I'm going to start with Forest. Obviously, Forest was the first map I ever went into. It's a very classic map. A lot of memories were made with this map too. I think Lemming said in one of his interviews that he would never revamp it because people would just hate the game and like not play it. And obviously he's been receiving a lot of backlash for revamping the other older map. I think this map's definitely got to be a fan favorite and my personal favorite too. So I'm going to put that in S tier. Caves was one of the first maps I ever walked into, and if you played the game in like its early stages, you would know that this map had a lot of ghosts and modders inside of it, and especially in the mines just below this, it was really scary at the time, especially with Daisy09, PPPV, Echo, all of those types of ghosts, especially when they had soundboards. It was terrifying. The memories and the funs and the jokes, I'm definitely gonna have to put an S tier as well. Now this is the Caves revamp. This map actually had quite a lot of hype to it because the original caves was shut down and it was blocked off. You couldn't get in there and everyone was like missing caves. They were going to revamp it. Everyone was so excited for it, and when it first released, people had mixed feelings about it. It was a huge map. Like, this was the first ever map that was like designed in Gorilla Tag's way now. It was the first time people saw the new type of styles that Lemming and his developers were going to do with the maps. Me personally, I really like this map, but obviously not as much as the top two, so I'm definitely going to have to put it as an A tier. It's a great map. I had mixed feelings about this because I didn't really like the bright colors, like especially through the Meta Quest 2 when the game first came out. The brightness and the colors were just so like bright and it really hurt my eyes. I'm not sure if it's just me, but it was. But obviously the map was really nice. It was quite plain and classic, which is like how old Gorilla Tag was, and it was, me personally, I quite like this map, but it was too bright for me, so I'm gonna put it in B tier. Now the caves. Now the canyons revamp. You see, I'm not really a huge fan of this. I know some people are definitely going to disagree with me, but I'm not really a big fan of the revamp. Like, I think there's just too much. I think there's just too much going around. I mean, I might just, like, be a person who just prefers the old Gorilla Tag maps. I prefer the maps to have, like, not that much around it. Obviously, the stuff, like, needs to be around there that you can do. But if you get what I mean, like, if you look at the old maps, there was no, like, ropes, like, lots of extra details, which is nice to have extra details, but it gets to a point where there's too much. But it's a great map, but personally, it's not for me. So I'm going to put it in D tier. Now the old city, I think it was a nice map. Obviously I didn't really like look around, like appreciate it. I just went in there to buy shiny rock, buy cosmetics, as a lot of us did, and then one day Lemming revamped it, and in my opinion it's better. The old city was more plain, it was less cosmetic because obviously it was a smaller map. You could play, and before it was revamped, you could play mini games in it such as Monkey on the Shelf, Color Rush, and other stuff like that. I think you can still play them, but it's obviously not the same as it was. But obviously because of the memories, the mini games, and the simpleness, I'm gonna put it in A tier. That's S tier. I really like the new city because it's a lot bigger. You can fit so much more cosmetics in here. There's more room to like express the updates, and you could theme the whole map around it. I think it's a really great idea. The VIM up top where you can buy exclusive stuff, but obviously you have to pay for it. It's like a subscription. I personally don't have it because I'm poor. Obviously people have different opinions, and a lot of people that I know own the membership. I might buy it one day, but I think it's a cool map, so I'm going to put it in C. Now this is the new mountains. I think it's really cool because you have a lot more room to run around, slide. Obviously they didn't change too much. They just changed like the middle of the map that you can get down. There's more icy parts, and I do really like it. It's kind of simple and old, but I think this was the first revamp that they did, but I really do like it, so I'm going to put it in A tier. Now here's the original mountains. I do quite like the original ones, obviously because of the memories, and I first ever encountered a ghost in this map. I lost the footage, but like I genuinely thought it was a real ghost because I'd never seen anything like that. I think that this map had a lot of memories, and I had lots of great times playing it. So I've definitely got to put it in S. You see, the cards map, not many people like it, and obviously neither do I. I think there's too much going on around it. It's too big for you to get around the place. Obviously they revamped it, but for me, it's just, I don't really like the map along with other people. It's released in a launch day update when Gorilla Tag officially like left App Lab and went to the official Meta Quest store. But in my opinion, people are obviously going to disagree with me, but I'm going to put it in F tier. I don't really like it. Same with the new one. It's also just too big. There's too much going around, so I don't really like it. Basement. I have a mixed opinion about this map because I quite like it. You have a little maze in the middle of the thing, which is actually quite creative and cool. Haven't ever seen another game do that, so I do quite like that part. But other than that, the map is pretty small. Because of the maze in the middle and like the creativity that they had, I'm going to put it in B. This is when they remade it for the science update. Obviously, it was kind of the same. They just redid the middle part of it. I wasn't really a huge fan, so I'm going to put it in D. Beach. Now, Beach had like a lot of like insane storyline behind this, because when Gorilla Tag first released, the secret tunnel wasn't actually supposed to be a thing. It was like a weird glitch in the wall. Thought it was going to be a tunnel that opened, and then eventually Gorilla Tag started to open up the tunnel a little bit and started to crack, and we expected like a cool new map. So obviously, a lot of OGs will remember like the secret tunnel before it was even like opening. There was also rumors of ghosts like sitting in there hiding, and yeah, I think the map was a really cool concept. I remember first coming home from school waiting for the map to release, and when it did I was so shocked, and I was really like happy with how the map turned out. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. Now this is the first ever version of Caves. Obviously this was like the first ever like version of the Caves map, so obviously it was gonna be a bit sloppy. I didn't really like it because as much as I like to have my maps simple, this just didn't really like the theme of it being caves, so I'm gonna put it in F. The Metropolis map was actually really cool. I do quite like it, but obviously there's not much to do around there. Like, there's lots of buildings, but you can't actually go in there. I think it would be quite cool if you could go in the buildings. Obviously you can't, but it's still a really cool map. I filmed a lot of videos in there, and I quite like the theme of like big cities and like popular places. But yeah, I do quite like this map, so I'm gonna put it in beta. And the swamp map, I didn't really play in it much because I don't really like the theme of it. It was like, I didn't really think it fit Gorilla Tag. I don't think it's still in the game anymore. I could be wrong, but I have not seen anyone play it in a while. But I didn't really like it, so I'm gonna put it in D. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. I think that might be the building blocks room. Don't remember. I think this replaced the hat room at one point. Obviously it was meant to be basic because it was like the first release of it. It did get changed, but I did like the classic feeling it had to it, so I'm gonna put it in C. And this is the new one, the newer building blocks thing. It's glitched in my VR, so it looks really trippy, so I don't go in it, so I haven't really got much of an opinion on it. Quite vibrant and nice, so I'm gonna put it in D. Now this is the OG caves that you can go in. Like, it's not the same as that, but it's very similar, and you can go in this. I'm not sure where it is. I think it's somewhere, but obviously it's quite identical to the original one, so you can still visit the old caves whenever you want it in a public lobby, so I'm going to put it in A. Now the arcade map is actually one of the best things that Gorilla Tag has added, because you can go into Virtual Stump and go into maps that people have made, which is actually really fun, because like it's like custom maps which requires mods, so Quest users can basically go into custom maps without mods, which is a very good idea, so I'm going to put that in S. I think this is the football field, but it doesn't work for me, so I'm going to put it in F tier. I think you can't go in. I don't think you can go into it anymore, but for me it doesn't work. The skate one, but it doesn't really fit the theme. It's really like bland and like no colors at all. I don't really like it. So now this is like the first or the second part of the skateboard map, which I do quite like this one because it has the proper textures. It has like graffiti on the wall, and it's like dark, which is like, it fits the theme perfectly of a skateboard park. I do really like it, so I'm gonna put this in beta. I think this is the critters map. It's really big, but it can be very annoying trying to catch the quick critters, especially when you have a lot of big space like that. Obviously I don't really play critters anymore, but when it first came out I was addicted to it. I actually love the game mode, but I'm sure people still play it to this day. But I do really like the map, and yeah, so for that I'm gonna put it in B. So yes, this is my finished tier makeup thing. I don't know if you have different opinions, obviously put them down in the comments, and if you guys like this, I'll do a part 2 with different updates, different cosmetics and all that stuff. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.